Let's now welcome political analyst Dr. Ndou to also weigh in on these developments out in Tshwane. Doctor, always great having you with us. Welcome. Now, a lot has happened and is still happening, it seems, in Tshwane with a myriad of allegations. Can you please provide maybe some background on the current situation in Tshwane that has actually now led to this planned motion of no confidence against the DA mayor? Does the situation in Tshwane, is it likely then to impact the relationship between the ANC as well as DA with regards to the GNU?
Good afternoon, Alicia. Good afternoon to the viewers at home. The city of Tshwane, for quite some time, has been having issues that relates to governance, that it relates to instability, due to the fact that they are run through a coalition. What has constantly been happening in the city of Tshwane is that the different political parties that are inside the coalition and those that are outside the coalition would always be doing their best to work against the stability of the city. And what we have also observed is that there has been a serious decline of services which is being raised by numerous people who reside within the city of Tshwane. It appears as if there is an element of township neglect, but also at the same time, there are issues that relate to the supply of water and other services. Equally, the city of Tshwane and its coalition partners appears to have created a stable governance where there are very less interruptions ever since we have seen the presence of Mayor Cilliers Brink. But that does not necessarily mean that the city of Tshwane does not have serious challenges. They have had challenges and they still have such kind of challenges even today.
I mean, Doctor, when you hear a political party that is, as you've rightly mentioned there, in coalition, in the lead in a metro like the Tshwane Metro, saying that, of course, it remains unperturbed by the NC's bid to oust the city mayor because it is solely motivated by business interests and not service delivery. I mean, what does this say then to the overall running of the city by said party?
It talks to the relationship amongst political parties in the city. Though we should not dispute the fact that those that are in opposition have to perform their responsibilities of ensuring that there is accountability and ensure that those that are given positions of leadership should actually do that with ultimate respect. But the fact of the matter is that it has become very clear that even though these parties are in the same city, cooperation in simple matters of agreement don't appear to be the case. Even though the DA in this case and its coalition partners are given the responsibility, the list that you would get that has been read by Eugene and both George from the ANC, they talk to a number of areas where they appear to be having challenges with the city and the city not being able to address such challenges. And the biggest, in my view, is not only about the tender or the adjustments, it's about the money that the city could not be able to utilize, which is a grant from the national government. And they appear to be saying people are suffering on the ground, but the city is not able to utilize these resources. But if one is to take you back, Alicia, there has been instances where in the city of Tshwane, budgets could not be passed, not because of parties that are outside the coalition, but also because some parties within the coalition that will not cooperate with the coalition leader. So it talks to the general challenges facing the city of Tshwane on the basis of having a coalition government.
And then, Doctor, I mean, making reference to my first question there, I mean, we're looking at the same situation also now in Gauteng and also in Tshwane. So How does this then affect the relationship between the ANC as well as the DA with regards to whatever arrangement that they have in terms of provincial government of unity as well as government of national unity?
There is an attempt to create a relationship between the local government and national and provincial level. When these different political parties came to the establishment of the government of national unity, coalition governments were in existence at different local setups, and I'm happy they did not touch much of that. But whether we like it or not, the relationship that exists at national level also could have a potential to affect how parties relate at local level. And my view is that we need to treat coalitions, government of national, provincial, and local unity separately from the establishment of coalition governments. But at the same time, these are good areas of reference that has to assist us that as we move forward, we should be able to structure our governance in a manner that we avoid unnecessary conflicts and unnecessary motions of no confidence because they do not take us anywhere.
A very quick one before I let you go, Doc. So who do you think then would be potential candidates or factions that could likely take over if this motion actually does succeed?
Well, obviously, because it could be a motion that is being proposed by the ANC, what one has to look at is as to whether there are parties that are in the coalition with the DA that might therefore vote with the ANC, and the ANC will still need many other political parties if they still want to form the government in the city of Tshwane. The difference in numbers in the city of Tshwane is only about 9 or 10 members, and that is a very, very small number for other political parties to be able to convince. That, in my view, requires constant consultation amongst members of the coalition and ensuring that they manage the coalition in a manner that it does not collapse. As to where the leadership could go, it will be very difficult to tell because we have had many experiences in South Africa where minority parties could be given bigger responsibilities, and we've got the case in point with the city of Johannesburg. Maybe Tshwane might also do the same.
Absolutely, Doc. And we did hear, of course, from the other parties that are in the opposition saying that they will defend the ANC against the DA, particularly in Gauteng and I think other metros, as they've at least been able to stand against, of course, the bullying is how they termed it at national level.